oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but
yeah, talk whatever you want.
The Division's about basically the bad thing happens, the shit kind of goes down, and this is the unit, the Clancy unit, that responds to that.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, this is our playable demo that we had at the Ubisoft booth, and we're kind of showing off so you can see the detail in the game. I know we also read the internets, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about the graphics and stuff, and I mean, this is on Xbox One, and you know, I and the whole team is extremely proud of it, and I think it's a pretty gorgeous game.
Yeah.
So you got weather effects, you have time of day, everything's dynamic. And here is the group of agents actually approaching the dark zone, the wall. So as you go up, what's going to actually happen is your communication system or your shade technology kind of fails, because we really want the players to realize you're moving from co-op space or your kind of open world out in New York, and now you're moving into the multiplayer space. And we don't have a loading screen or a lobby, so we need a way to make that really clear, like, okay, something is very different here. So this is the transition that you have going into in the Division, going into multiplayer space. That's it.
This is awesome.
So it's, well, now it looks like there's a loading screen.
Thank you for doing that.
Yes, you're welcome.
Well, I didn't see the loading screen. I was looking at you whenever you were talking. So
oh, that's right. It cuts out.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So yeah, it's definitely not me. It's a lot of smart, very smart Swedish engineers that do that. But
well, so here in the fighting area, you can jump in, you can jump out. Is the fight in the area ongoing? Is this something that you're going to come in and participate, and then when you leave, it still rages on?
It can be. I mean, it depends on if it's players. Obviously, they're probably going to move or leave. The enemy factions that you come across like this, they're going in the dark zone for the same reasons you are as a player. Sure. So this pandemic has hit. Resources are scarce. The Rikers that we come across here are just about chaos. They've escaped the Rikers prison, so they're taking advantage of the fact that there's no police, there's no law, and so, you know, obviously being very bad guys. And so they will move and they interact with other enemy factions. They can fight amongst each other, and they will die eventually. But so you can, in that sense, come across the fight, and it could be ongoing.
So in the dark zone, it's, first of all, you don't have to go to the dark zone if you don't want to.
No.
You don't have to participate. And if you do decide to participate, is there anything special I can find in the dark zone or utilize in the dark zone that I can't anywhere else anymore?
So yeah, we wanted to be really careful with making sure that we didn't require everyone to participate, because we know that PvP can be a scary thing, and we want the Division to be a very mainstream game that we want everyone to try to participate. But everything in the dark zone is just a little bit higher quality. So the lore behind it is that this was the area that was first hit. It's like ground zero. So the military was there trying to quarantine it. And then when they had to pull back, they had to just dump all their stuff. So the best gear is in the dark zone. So in that sense, yes, you get a little bit better quality stuff, but you don't have to go in there. But we hope you do.
All right. Well, that sounds pretty exciting here. So he's going in. I guess, is this like a treasure chest in the?
Exactly. So so this is it's a demo, obviously, but we want to show you an example of coming across a stash or doing some scavenging. So here, you know, the player one, he comes across a contaminated piece of loot, because that's an important, it's an important mechanic. So everything you get in the dark zone that's not a mission reward or like a quest reward is contaminated. And so it's like if you play other online RPGs, when you pick up a piece of loot that's bind on equip and you haven't actually equipped that yet, it's still not really yours. Okay. So that's a lot like what the contaminated loot is. So if you were killed right now by another player or an NPC, you'll drop that on the ground. And so the only way to get that gear is to extract it successfully.
I love it.
And so these different factions, is there, do they have different weapons, different class setups, or is everything interchangeable here? So like you said, he might drop that weapon. Can I, as one of the Rikers, pick that up?
Well, the Rikers are the enemy faction, but you as another agent, yeah, absolutely. So there's no like class-specific gear or weapons. There will be weapons that have statistical bonuses that are better for, like you see the seeker mine that goes out or the turret. They'll kind of buff that or benefit that.
Everyone likes a loot upgrade.
Exactly.
Wow,
it's the point of the game. It's an RPG about character progression and character power, really, in the end. So you're going to want the better quality stuff. You're going to want to modify it. And if you look here on the when someone has loot in the dark zone, they get a new inventory. So that that contaminated yellow bag there, that tells you when a player has something.
Right.
So you can see visually when you come up on some other agents whether or not you might want to take them on, because if they don't have anything, there's absolutely no benefit to engaging them. So
except
keep your eyes on the booty.
You know, be
yeah, exactly. Except for if you just want a PvP, which a lot of people will do as well.
I
so,
want to. I can't wait to. I saw. I think it was yesterday. Whenever at the end of the Dark Zone demo, he kind of betrays his team.
Yeah, that was.
That's what I want to do in games. Because I'm a jerk.
So
I got a Dark Zone in here.
Nice.
So I want to bring it out on people.
You're just
kill them.
You're soulless, is what you're saying. You got wrong colored hair, but.
That's messed up.
Was that some ginger discrimination?
Just kidding.
I have a little bit of a problem with that.
No, it's okay.
So, you know, it was actually for the demo. It was important to kind of show that we don't want to control. We don't want to police the Dark Zone. It's about giving the players.
How can
you know exactly? So right now you can leave group and you can betray your your teammates that you've just been playing with if you choose to, because we're not kind of controlling your actions. But there is payoff. You go rogue. The area is notified about your location. You have a bounty on your head, so for other players to take you out. And of course, while that timer's going, you can't really hide very well. So it's a give and take, you know. But for the dramas, you know, we had the big betrayal. My favorite comment on Reddit is someone picked up on it, and they were like, because the main player is Ryan. You know, it's been for a few years, and he's like, after 3 years, Ryan, why? It's like the same group has been playing, and then he just in the end it leads up to total screwage.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I noticed that there's what looks like 2 active abilities, and maybe like a small little sub inventory where you can shoot a grenade or a health pack or something like
Absolutely.
that. Can you maybe talk about some of the skills and whatnot that people could use, not only in PvP but in PvE? And can we change it on the fly? Anything?
Sure, absolutely. So, yeah, you do have 2 active skills loaded at any time, which makes a lot of sense with the controller.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm flapping. And those are loaded there. You can change them out on the fly, but they have a cooldown. So if your cooldown is active, you can't currently do that. And then for the D-pad, you have quick grenades, which there's different types of grenades that you can upgrade through the game, and you have a small first aid like heal. So there is healing grenades in the game, and then the first aid are actually consumables. So if you run out of those, you need to find more or make more to be able to heal yourself. And that's kind of how the skills work. So you can interchange them. We like to say that in the game that we're really pushing roles, not classes. So we want the skills to kind of define your playstyle, but you're not locked into any one of those playstyles.
All right, I gotta ask the standard esports Rachel question. Are we gonna be able to set up matches where things are very even and balanced and compete in some way?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Twitch. I mean, I'm a huge. I don't watch TV. I watch Twitch basically. So I've seen both of you, but I think the regular Dark Zone play is kind of tough for that. But we have a lot of stuff in the works and planned for trying to support that the competitive aspect for the division.
Exciting.
People are probably happy to hear that.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
So please tell, before we start to slow down a little bit here and move on to a new awesome Ubisoft title,
okay,
can you please tell us where people can find more information, Twitter accounts, Facebook pages, all of that delightful stuff?
Yes, absolutely. So of course we have the Division webpage, which we've just announced our beta, which is coming beginning of next year, and in December for those lucky ones that have bought an Xbox One. So you can go to our webpage to check that out. We have Division Facebook as well for all kinds of community events. We have over these 3 days, we have tons of community stuff that we're doing to kind of get people excited, and we know that on online games, the players are what kind of support it and really kind of build it. So there's many places to get information on the game.
Last question. How hard was it to not call the Dark Zone the Danger Zone?
It was super hard, Rachel.
I'm imagining like really passionate discussions in the office over that.
Yeah, naming things can be hard sometimes, actually.
All right, well, I cannot wait to go and play.
I know, I was just going to say, like, this is something that I honestly have been waiting for a while. This is what hyped me last year. This was, like, the game for me.
Awesome.
So now that I can, whenever I get a second to walk over and play it, please let me skip the line and play. Please give me a free code.
Don't do it.
Please give me a free code.
If I'm there, you guys are in.
Can I get a free code?
But I think so. Just bring your Twitch stuff and be like, we talked to Ryan.
I don't want to skip it. I don't want to skip the line. I just want a free game.
You get
because that's rude to do.
Yeah,
not taking a free game. That's not rude.
That's a lot to ask.
Yeah,
right?
It is a lot to ask. I don't mind asking.
The man who put his blood, sweat, and tears in this game, and you're going to ask him to just
Why
hand
don't
it
you want
over.
to support the developers that make these
I'll
great
give you $20 right here. I'll go to the ATM.
Unbelievable. You're giving us a bad name here at the Twitch booth. This sort of thing does not normally take place.
Gamers do what they got to do to get a game. We love games. We'll do it whatever it takes, man.
Well, they want to get their hands on the Division, and you have a hugely motivated fan base for this game. Like you said, early on, I think there was a petition to put this on PC. Everyone just came out, begged you guys, you know, this is going to be on Xbox, going to be on PlayStation, going to be on PC.
Yes, on all the major platforms, you know, and at the same time. So that's going to be monstrous. So we're very excited. Team's working really hard, and we're very close, guys and gals out there. So you'll be able to shoot each other and betray each other and take each other's loot soon.
Well, you guys heard it here. That was the Division. Incredible. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm going to go dry off because, you know, that was crazy.
It's creepy.
I'm going to go dry off. We have way more awesome stuff coming at you here at the E3 convention here in Los Angeles on the